Tell us a bit about the Orphan Grain Train, please.
Well, Orphan Grain Train is a world relief organization, and it has existed for 29 years. It is headquartered in Norfolk, Nebraska, and it was started because of a pastor who did a mission trip to Latvia and saw the great need there for people that needed help, the number of orphans. And he came back to home, and one of his parishioners owned a trucking company, and he was telling him that, and then came up with the idea that maybe they could truck grain or even put it on rail cars. Well, that didn't work, but then they realized they could send food and clothing to the people that needed it. So that's how it got started. And now there are 29 branches of Orphan Grain Train across the country and Puerto Rico. And the branch that I volunteer for is in Clemens, Iowa. We receive donated items of clothing, bedding, household items, school kits, baby layettes, and hygiene kits. And we pack those kits, assemble the kits, pack the clothing, and ship all around the world. So right now the greatest need that we have is financing to do those shippings. We have nearly enough inventory on hand to fill 2 containers, which would be, each one takes about 1,400 boxes, but it costs $5,000. So everything we do, everything is donated to us. There are no paid employees at Orphan Grain Train and the branches. And so that is our great need. But we know that when Orphan Grain Train arrives at its destination, that lives are changed. And we like to say the love that is packed in that box is the love that is received when that box is opened. We have stories about a young boy who was sent home from school one day because he didn't have a pencil. And he was crying on the way home, and Orphan Grain Train employees saw him, or a missionary who worked for Orphan Grain Train. And so she was able to help him. She gave him a pencil, she gave him a few shillings, she met his family and found several more malnourished children in that home. And now that family is going to church. And so Orphan Grain Train not only was able to attend to their physical needs, but their spiritual needs are being met. And another one of my favorite stories is of teenage boys who lived in a group home, and when they bathed, the only way they had to dry themselves off was with their own clothing, or maybe with somebody else's clothing, until Orphan Grain Train came, and they each got a gift of a hygiene kit, which included a bath towel. And these young men were just so joyful. They were dancing at the fact that they had their own bath towel. So we know that when Orphan Grain Train arrives, lives are changed.